Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. This is horrible. But YouTube started a lot earlier than the Facebook because I missed it and did a bunch of stuff and blah, blah, blah. So I'm waiting for, oh, finally, Facebook kicked in. Hey. So, hey, I'm Lewis Porter Jr., and you're watching Transparency Agenda Daily. Yeah, today was a crazy mix of getting stuff together while I'm doing three other things. But as always, let's start with the simple stuff. Let's start easy. Let's start slow. Let's start with our Kickstarters. Boom. What's going on? Who's got what left? What's still left over? Boom. Put it up on here. I think I'll put it over in the chat box in YouTube also. I'm changing it up. Add some more stuff. Hey, Angel, what's going on? First off, of course, Blood and Magic. Let's see what's going on. Oh, Bloodlines of Magic. Bloodlines of Magic. Just a little over 12,000. 22 hours left, so less than a day. If you're looking to support, now's the time. And I know Friday's payday for a lot of people. So make sure you support the best way you can. Put some money in. They'd appreciate that. Next up, our boys at Arcanus. They have, what is it? How many more days? 8 more days for them. They just cracked over a little over 50,000. They did their live video, a live stream, because yesterday I must have missed some of it. But yeah, so come check it out. It's probably awesome. So they got 8 days. It's going to be another, busy time for everybody working hard, getting that Kickstarter hustle in. Everybody hustles in that Kickstarter. They do hard work on that. All right. So, and of course, since I'm talking about organized play, let me put you these. Let me put you these 3 threads that I guess I can say I'm still watching. I'm more like adding stuff to them. Oops. So here, put it over here in YouTube first, because you get a little YouTube love, and put it over here in Facebook. Boom. So let's talk about what's going on. What do I think? What do I think can change? So let's go to the first thread. Let's see where it is. People are still talking. What would you change about Pathfinder Society? It's a legitimately long list of things. And as always, I'm amazed that it's that long. But I'm sure I'll be causing some more confusion when I ask more questions about some controversial stuff. The non-combat thread, that is going on. That's still going on. Still replying. I thought that people had gotten tired of that. But, so I got to answer some more stuff in that. But, that's an important question. And the third one, of course, being for Pathfinder on the page. I got actually 2 good responses today on that. So I want to probably talk a little bit more about that. But before we even get into all that craziness, let me tell you what happened to me a couple days ago. And actually, let me get my Google account to actually get this well structured. But you'll see why in a second why it's kind of important. So, of course, we're always working on organized play. We got that stuff going on. We got, that is the plan of plans, as we say. So I got an email in the mail. And I was like, ooh, who's this? Now I gotta find the email. Good Lord, I have a lot of emails. This hit me. I was like, geez. Did I actually close it? Yeah, let me see if I can find it real quick. Boom. So, yeah, I did close it up. All right, so this person wrote me. I'm not gonna tell you who it is first, but I will tell you in a second. Someone said, hey, right now I'm busy. Because I'm busy right now. But if this continues, talking about organized play experience, and you start looking to keep doing it, I've written several Greyhawk adventures, about 16 scenarios. 16 scenarios, a 2-round battle interactive, a living Forgotten Realms, and Pathfinder Society. And the one for Pathfinder Society already has 18 reviews and has like 4.5 stars. Please consider me for the pool. Thanks. My response was this, and this is kind of funny. And I know the person, so it's a little. I can ask a little lighter, a little more thing. I'm like, consider you? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were going to kidnap you and have you work on the project. Yeah, if you're coming to, if there's somebody I know saying, hey, just think about me, dude. Of course I'm going to think about you. I need people who've done stuff. I know you've done work, so why would I not be kidnapping you? Of course I'm going to kidnap you. I said, we're going to start making the official announcements this summer. We still got to do some more stuff. There's still some person that needs to help us out with something. I don't want to mention his name yet or their name yet because it's still nothing solid. Nothing's been, 100% put in stone. And I definitely don't want to jinx myself. But at the same time, I'd love to talk about it, but, can't talk about it. And the person I'm talking about is Ben McFarland. And I was like, I know Ben's a busy guy. So I was like, yeah, man, of course I'd want Ben to work for me. I mean, Ben's worked for me before. He's done projects for me before. I know he's a good writer. Michael, I know probably, I think, has done work with him directly. So I'm assuming it's going to be really good stuff. I really think that, our version of organized play is going to be, I'd say, the same but different. And we're going to take it from a different perspective. And I've been talking about this from day one. I keep talking this up. I know you people are like, hey, Jason, what's up? I keep I keep talking about this, and I think people are interested. I think people like organized play. I think people like organized play more than I think they like organized play. I think they like organized play. But it's like, oh yeah, it's fun. I get to play. But I think people have a distinct love affair with it. And I've always kind of underestimated it. Even talking to people about it, I've underestimated. So the question I asked today, can a third party organized play beat Pathfinder Society? And I know a lot of people are like, no way, can't happen. Not going to happen. Pathfinder Society is awesome. It'll never get taken out by third party. And I thought about it. It's like, if you really take a couple steps back, you can say that Pathfinder itself is third party to D&D. And I think that they have done a great job establishing themselves in the system and developing his own thing. Like I said, I don't think it has to be bigger than. I don't think we have to be bigger than. I don't think we ever have to be bigger than. And I think some people get the whole mindset of like, oh, you're gonna beat them. I don't want to beat them. I'm not trying to beat them. That's not the play. That's Jason. Yes, I know. It's not a competition. It's not that. Our land is we're gonna try to find some way to get something cool that maybe you haven't seen before and integrate it into places that normally wouldn't see this. But let's be honest. The biggest problem and resistance to third parties, so many people have always said, oh, it's all broken. It's not equal. It doesn't work. But the funny part is they're talking about also guys who work for Paizo and do that kind of stuff and have been working for Paizo for years, developing stuff. But then all of a sudden when they do their third-party stuff, it is like, oh my God, it is all broken, which makes me laugh. Yes, Angel. Watsy does have 5e. It's called Adventures League. And it's a living campaign. They just call it something different. I think that organized play initially got people interested in gaming and kind of spun in a really weird way and has become popular in the video game crowd. And now it's coming back around to tabletop because there's so many people doing organized play. Even from my perspective, just thinking of, okay, how can we do organized play different? What can I add to it that you don't really see with a lot of organized play? How do I get people even more involved in it and give it a very low barrier to entry? Because that's the other part. But I mean, you play Pathfinder Society, you got to own the books. I'm thinking, well, how can I do the same thing for us, but at the same time make it interesting that and make it willing that you go in to part with a couple dollars. Because right point blank. On our Kickstarter, let me actually pull it up because I'm talking about it. I want to make sure I get the right numbers, at least for right now. Boom, there you are. Google Keep. That's where I keep all my good stuff. Boom. All right, so like right now, let me scroll down. That'd be helpful. Like right now, we said like the number that we want to probably get people on is the $35 for the Kickstarter. And $35, you get the actual PDF for Neo Exodus, which is mandatory for play. You get 4 Kickstarter adventures. You can only get you can only play if you actually are going to be on a Patreon or actually a person with a Kickstarter. That's the only way you're going to be able to get it. And you're going to get this Omni tool, which I finally came up with a rule that I finally like that makes sense. That I stole from somebody else. I don't feel bad about that. So that's a $35 level. You get a lot of cool stuff, but at the same time, it's like, okay, the $35 you put in, our main goal is trying to get high enough that we can make this that we can give away the adventures for free. And that's kind of what my plan has always been. I want to find a way to give away for free because the more people that play it, the more people you'll get interested in your game. Whether it's Neo Exodus, whether it's Midgard, whether it's anybody, it's like this is like kind of the gateway drug to get people interested in playing our games. I would like to see less railroad. Yes, I agree. The adventures are very railroady, but I understand the reasoning behind that because you are trying to play the same adventure in 12 different places, having the same outcome. And so it kind of has to be a little railroady. But I think the story, if done well, can make it feel like it's not railroady. But like you're not, look, it is what it is. Pathfinder Society is an adventure. You play at the location, you play these things, and these things play out over a certain amount of time. This isn't, let me go off and explore this other thing over here. No, that's not what this kind of adventure is. There are adventures for that. There's tons of adventures for that. You can do that based on your home game. You can do that in other places. But Pathfinder Society is very specific to focusing you on this kind of forward movement in this direction, which I think is okay. I think it's a good idea to do that. if you want to play the big open world, that's what your friends are for. That's a long-term play. But at a convention, you got 4 hours to play. You want to play an adventure, boom. I want to play the adventure, do the adventure, find if it's a thing I got to solve or a dungeon crawl or even part of a battle interactive. Whatever it is, I want to be very, very, very get you from point A to B. Now, that being said, I think there can be a very big story component that can be added. I think that a lot of adventures, and I was talking about Michael with this thing, a lot of adventures are very much like, fire and forget. I played it, nothing happens, nothing changes. There's nothing that I did affects anything else. And that was something that the guys at Arcanus learned a long time ago. The actions that what you do can affect the game in ways you never thought. Like the one that's always constantly gets talked about is like they freed this one dragon in this one scenario, and the tables had 13 tables, and 6 had freedom and 6 hadn't freedom. And this last table is the one to determine like what was going to happen. So this last table freed the dragon. Well, this dragon then goes off and kills out like years later, like I think 2 years later, kills out all these certain types of dwarves from the campaign setting. And if you played that type of dwarf, you could no longer play them because they'd all been wiped out because of this dragon. The effects of this let this dragon go affected the game in ways that people they never thought possible, they didn't even expect. And I think that's kind of cool. Hold on. I think specific boons about people. Boons never liked. Getting a boon that has a specific person and place used for them is not seeing the person get first use. Okay, that's true. All right, Thomas, that's a good question. I believe that if you get a cert or a boon or something like that, you're going to run into people. The cert you have, all right, whatever cert that I think, at least in my head, I think you should build a cert that should be specific to the person ever using the cert or the adventure or maybe the realm you're talking about. If you get a cert, it'll be like a cert for, I don't know, you've got a contact in, okay, the Protectorate. You have a no-name contact in the Protectorate, and you can use this at any time that you feel that you want to make a connection. That kind of thing. I think people want to have that kind of effect in the story. I did something cool, and now it's affected the story, and this is what's happened out of that. I think those things are just natural evolutions of playing. Because if you're going to play something, you can't affect it. What's the point? But if you play something and something massive could happen, like you could accidentally start a war, or because you didn't save this guy, this other thing happened that you didn't know about that has now affected you, like 6 adventures from now. If you'd saved this guy back then, you wouldn't have this problem now. And I think that's kind of a cooler story. I think that could be awesome. And good writers, very, very good writers, can hide it in a way that it doesn't feel like it's kind of railroady, even though it might be railroady. I might be slapping you on a railroad, the whole thing, doot, doot, boom. But if it doesn't feel like it is, and you feel like you had decisions, you feel you've had choices, that's what makes it awesome. I think the other part is going to be really is, and this is the part that's been a problem number one, and JP's always said this, is getting enough GMs interested in playing, because you basically have to go one at a time. You got to get them there, talk them up, tell them about it, get them excited, get them playing, seeing all the adventures are great, and then they go tell their friends. And that's how it happens. And it becomes that whole multiple factor of, okay, I've done all this cool stuff, now we're going to do this. I've done all this cool stuff, and now I'm going to do this. And the other piece to this, and this is a piece that doesn't get talked about ever, and I agree this is a big thing. You have to kind of get it ready for Hero Lab. You have to actually, see, that was the thing I was forgetting today. You have to find a way to develop it for Hero Lab. If you can do this adventure, I mean, look, you do this whole thing, and they say, okay, we're going to build a Hero Lab component to it. Well, you've helped out a ton of people, but some people want to play Hero Lab. They want to use Hero Lab when they do the characters. A lot of people don't want to do the hard work of actually going through books. They want to do Hero Lab, print my character done. Why not? It's a smart idea. I think it's a smart idea. I think it'd be an awesome idea. See, I forgot. That's what I was thinking about today. I was thinking about it all day long. I couldn't remember what it was. See what happens? You get excited. And then you go, oh, that's right. That's why I wanted to write that in. So, yeah, I think Hero Lab is like mandatory. And there's people out there who are designing Hero Lab. I tell you right now, and you guys can bet this. We're definitely putting it into the Kickstarter. We've always had it as, I've had it in my head, but just wrote it down as a goal. But if we could find somebody, I'll go back in my hat. If we can find somebody to do this for us, I'd be willing to pay a fair amount of money to get it done. And I don't mean like, $200, $300. I'm talking like real money. Something where you go, damn, that was worth it. That's how important I think the Hero Lab is to this. That's why I put the reward in that I did. That's why we're doing a Kickstarter for this. I think it's all integral to make a really successful, organized play. And if you get somebody involved who does the intro part with our stuff in the UXs, it'll be even easier to go to third-party guys and go, hey, this is the guy we use. He's working with us. Here's the kind of money you're going to need to toss it. And when you get it all together, boom, now your Hero Lab's attached. Boom, let's play. And that's huge because people want to play. People want to play. They want to make characters quickly. They want to play. They want to get out there and have fun. If you can get the characters made quickly with Hero Lab, you give them the adventures that are free. You give them the adventures that are interesting. You will win this. And the win this means you'll get fan base. You'll be able to grow, and you can have, you can run. I mean, let's be honest. If you ran, let's go with a good number. Let's just say you ran 50 tables. Well, that's kind of crazy. We'll lower it down. I'll get the calculator out too. This will be fun. I'm doing some calculator. Why is everybody writing me now? Don't they know I'm doing my stuff now? All right. Let's say you get 15 tables. Okay, 15 tables times 6 person per table. That's 90 people playing. And we're saying that's an event. It's 90 people playing. Each one of those tables is 4-hour event. So let's go cheap. Let's say you get $3 per person for people playing those 4 hours. So it's a $5 thing. You get paid $3. Boom. For every session they played, it's $200. Well, you can't really see it here. $270 that you as a company will earn. That's not bad. If you go to a con one day, run one session, that can pay for your con fees in a slow place. But that's also 15 tables. That's a lot of tables. But at Gen Con, that's not really a lot of tables. That's a good amount of tables. Now let's say if you run that times, let's say you run it 8. There's eight different ones. That's just over $2,000 you're generating sales just from that alone. That's from running the event. That's if you had 6 people at all those times, boom. That's how much money you're doing. $2,000. Even better, you're going to sell books to them. You're going to sell products to them. You're going to have other stuff there for them. If you can go around saying, hey, did you like playing? Well, great. Here's a QR code. Scan your phone. We'll send you the PDF of what you played. It'll cost you X amount of dollars. Oh, great. Boom, scan. Information in, done. You can sell on the fly. You can sell right there. You don't have to worry about carrying a ton of books around. You have some books that, hey, we have some special stuff either at our hotel room or somewhere. We'll sign them for you. Boom. We'll do that. We'll give you kind of thing. See, Jason knows you got to run sales at cons. Cons are where you make the quick cash. You got a book, they got money. You should be exchanging those all day long, and that's how it should work. That's why I don't want people to pay to play the adventures. The adventures should be free. Now, don't get me wrong, because they're free. They're not going to look like the glossy, overdone, beautiful stuff you see from Paizo. Mine are going to be black and white with black and white maps and like no artwork, because that's not you're not buying it to see the artwork. You're buying it to play. You're just buying it to play. Yes, Jason, it does also build a loyal fan base. That's really the most important thing. That's really the long end goal, to build an important fan base that not only loves you, but consistently wants to come back and get excited about what you're doing. Because, if you don't have fans, what's the purpose of you doing this thing? If we don't have fans, I'm assuming you're doing it because of the fans. I'm doing it for the fans. Fans love you. You get to make cool stuff. The more cool stuff you get to make, the happier you get. The happier you get, the quicker you get your long-term jobs and you can run away. They don't have to be free. They can be low cost. See, okay. Jason, this is very great, but you got another publisher. You hear 2 people talk about what they feel. I feel that you should make them free for this reason only. Free reduces any kind of friction with the potential for people to say, I don't want to buy it. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's any good. If it's free, they're going to pick it up anyway. If it's free and they like it, even better. Free is a good deal. Pay what you want is also a good deal too, which is basically free. And people can come back and give you money for it. I would prefer that people, if they really like their adventures, come back and just buy a product. Buy a product. We got product to sell. This is an adventure. I'm glad you loved it. Buy one of our products. That's what we built the Kickstarter for. So we don't have to pay for, so we can get a lot of people give us a little bit of money. We can do this all big, beautiful thing, and it won't cost you any extra money. Or even better, we can cooler stuff out. I mean, that's really the end goal. How many cool things can you put out on top of the stuff you're doing? But like I said, for ours, we're doing all the adventures. We're trying to make the stories for the 2. We're trying to add, Hero Lab. We're trying to add psionics to it. We're trying to make it completely free. We're also trying to give you exclusive stuff. There's tons of stuff. Buy the setting book. Yeah, like I said, I would love them to buy the setting book. Not everybody wants to buy the setting book, but I love them to buy the setting book. Oh yeah, Jason, we all know we've given away tons of stuff for free. Free is a great motivator. Free is a great motivator. Free is like a good date. That's hard to beat. That's hard to beat. But like I said, I think that third-party Pathfinder or third-party organized play can come in and disrupt the market in a way that most people haven't thought. Let me see what Thomas has written. Why not have the pivotal or special scenarios have a cost while most are free? Those that have a cost. Okay, here's why. Here's my position why. For me, I believe the adventures themselves that play out during the year should be free. The Battle Interactive, anything you play at the con, you got to play for the money if you go into the con. I don't want to charge my GMs money to get adventures to run my setting because I know we're going to make back that money with them buying the books and getting in love with the stuff. There's some people who will come play for years, never buy anything. I don't worry about those people. There are people who've been doing that for years. They're not customers. They've never have been customers. And my job as a publisher is to get you to a point where you go from saying, I'm going to keep playing it for free because it's free, yeah, to, you know what, man, I really love the stuff they're doing. I want to support them. I want to turn you from more than somebody who likes it to more than just a fan. I want to turn you into a fanatic. The second I turn you into a fanatic, you're going to buy some stuff and support us because you know that we are putting our blood, sweat, and tears and making it awesome. The flip side to that, the Battle Interactive at the large convention, Origins and Gen Con, those we paid. That's we're talking like $20. That's what we're looking for. That if we're gonna run a Battle Interactive, it's $20. It's gonna be like 6 hours. It's gonna be a whole huge thing. It'll be basically you being part of a big, massive battle. I don't mean like, oh, the small skirmish. I mean like it'll be part of a war. This is how the war will start. This will be the linchpin of the war. This is the big event, or this is the end piece, the awesome thing. We're going to be sending the huge monsters down to you to kill you. We sent 4 dragons down, and they're huge, and they're not like typical dragons, and they're attacking you guys en masse, and you're not ready for that kind of thing. That's the kind of thing I'm looking for. This is the Battle Interactive should be the huge major event, and for that, that will be the moment that you charge them for. And doing that like a Gen Con, I mean, imagine this. Imagine you got 20, just get 20 tables. That's not even a lot. That's 20 tables. 120 people, 20 pages, yeah, 120. No, is that right? Yeah, 120 people. You got 120 people playing, screaming out, "Oh my God, we taking the wall!" Yeah! Oh my God, it'll be loud. People are like, "What the hell's going on there? What are they playing? Oh, I got to see that." That will get you people interested in playing. And think about it. We're talking. Oh, you asked me questions, Skype. I don't care about that right now. And you got people like watching the game, getting hyped up, getting excited. Want to say, "What are you guys playing?" "Oh, we're playing blah blah blah. We're playing well, it has to be, it might just be organized play, or maybe we have like called The Gathering, or maybe it'll still be, Theos' Legacies. Whatever. We're playing it. It's going on. It's great. We're loving it. And people are having fun. Even better. Oh, I didn't know. What is organized play? Oh, I didn't know you could do organized play like this. Oh my God, that sounds kind of cool. What's that? And then you get people hyped and excited, and bam, next thing you know, you've gone from being a tiny little company to a medium-sized company where you can hire 4 or 5 people, where you can actually say, we're not going to pay you a full salary, but you're making enough money that you will be happy with. That we can actually hire freelancers and go, oh, I got paid a great word count, and working with these guys are great, and look at the great rewards I have. That's not unrealistic. Because look, I think the problem people get in their heads is, I've got to make this huge company where I make, millions and millions of dollars. Look, if I was making games and I was making $80,000, $90,000 a year, you think I wouldn't be living great? You think that would be the most awesome thing? Oh, I'm making games and I'm making 90 grand? Woo, I'm good. I'm going to sit down. And like I said, I could live much better than I ever expected. And that's just like $90,000. That's not a lot of money. I mean, really. But that's more than what the majority of the people on the planet make. You can live a very great life at that. The problem is people get this whole mindset, oh, it's got to be millions and millions. It's not going to be millions and millions. Dude, the second you get to like $80,000, $90,000, you're getting, the average income in America is like $50,000. So you've already doubled that. So you're already in a good spot. A lot of the stuff that you normally would worry about, you wouldn't have to worry about. You wouldn't be trying to buy a big old McMansion. You live in a reasonable sized house, reasonable sized stuff, and you live reasonably well. And you stock a lot of that stuff away because you're doing the thing you love. Look, it doesn't have to be overdone. It can just be awesome. Jason, we're actually doing something like at Sheboyga non-con, except they were having ongoing theme running between cons and the yes. See, Jason, yes, that's what you do. Like I've always told everybody, for our thing, so from Gen Con all the way to Origins, and the gap in between is where you hype up the next year. And Winter Fantasy, if it ever works out the way I plan, will be the midpoint. So we have those big 3 events. We'll have something big. We'll have the big adventure at Gen Con. It'll be some kind of cool battle interactive to get it started. And at freaking Winter Fantasy, which I hate the concept of that because I got to leave Florida to go to that and it's cold. I don't want to do that. Winter Fantasy will be awesome with this big event going on. And then we'll tie it at the end with Origins with that super duper event of, oh my God. And then you start the year again at Gen Con. This is not rocket science. I am not the first guy to think this stuff up, but I am the guy who's serious about getting this off the ground for myself. I mean, look, there's a great financial need for me to do this. If I do this, my company be successful, I make more money, I can quit my job and do something else and do this full time. That would be great. That'd be the dream. But at the same time, I also want to help out other third-party guys so they can add on to this. And you know what? So maybe they don't have to build too many moving parts, because really, this is what we're doing now. We're trying to build the big engine so that everybody can jump on and add on the cool stuff. That's all we're trying to do. And it's going to cost a lot of money. And yes, I tell everybody, look, we want to start very small. We're looking to raise $6,000. That'll give us the 10 first adventures. But I'm looking to raise more than that. And there's a lot of people out there who play organized play, who maybe don't know about us and never heard about us, don't know anything about me personally, never heard about me, never heard about this. A lot of people playing Pathfinder never heard about me. But I think this is going to be the thing that we're going to do, and we're going to be pushing this from now until, I guess the Kickstarter is going to be in October. I keep saying October, so October. We're going to keep pushing this as much as we can. We're going to push this thing up the hill. We're going to get fans on this. We're going to get third-party fans on this. We're going to get Pathfinder Society fans on this, playing this, loving this. Because while I'm still doing this for the Kickstarter, don't kid yourself. I've got my man Michael right now writing the adventures for the intro year. We're doing an intro year that starts as soon as he's done writing it. We're going to put those adventures out. They're free. You can have them. We're calling our year 0. They're out there. We're going to add them with our other stuff that we have available that's out there, and you're going to play. Will there be a package for other publishers? I'm trying to see if we can develop it very painlessly. The issue becomes the same thing. If we put a publisher on, you've got to have adventures. And if you're going to be serious about it, and I've talked to everybody, if you're going to be serious and going to run an organized play, you should have at least 10, if not 12 adventures for the first year. If ours works out the way we plan, we're looking at 18. It's 18. The second year, 28. And the third year, I think it's really crazy. It's 40 something. I think 42. And let's be honest, that's 3 years in, and we're planning for year 1 now, and we're going to be, we've already got year 0 done. Well, he's working on that. Year 0 will be done. We pay for that out of pocket. Just deal with the cost. We just got to eat the cost somehow, and then, 2 and 3, we hope the Kickstarter will pay for all this stuff off. So literally, we can just go, okay, here's worth of stuff. Here's what we're looking to do. First year, we're doing this. Great. Boom. Got the money for it. Already paid for it. Here's all the money. Then it's gone. 4 hours. 4 hours. That's the length of ours. 4 hours, Jay. See, that's the question. So yeah, it's going to be 4 hours for that. And then it's roughly 10,000 words. That's where we've come to be a reasonable length of word count. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. It's not cheap for a large company. It's damn near not cheap for a one-man company with some bookshelves and some comics and some other stuff. But we're going to figure out a way to do it, and we think Kickstarter is the right way to do it. I think people, if they're serious about it and they want to talk about, but you see these people talk about, oh, I wish there was something else for Pathfinder. Oh, I'd love to play another kind of stuff. Oh, I wish somebody would develop. We're doing that. We're doing that right now, and now we're trying to get the word out. If we can get the word out and find a way to do it and make it possible, it will be amazing. It's not rocket science, but it is hard work, and hard work kind of sucks sometimes. But you got to put your face to the grindstone and just do it out, man. You can't even fake it. That's what it is. And that's what it is. So, like I said, I'm on this Kickstarter. If we could raise, okay, how much is this? How much are we talking? The first, 6,000 is the minimum we're looking to do. That'll give us 10 adventures. But then you have the other stuff. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 18. So 24,000. If you get 24,000, that'll give you 18 adventures, 5 encounters. That's our one-off stuff. A legacy adventures tale, which will probably be like at least, good Lord, how many words is that? Maybe like at least 2, maybe 3 legendary tales stories from Eric Scott Debai. We'll be adding psychic magic to it. Well, year 1 totally paid for, totally free for everybody, GMs and players. Hero Lab, 4 exclusive Kickstarter adventures. You only get, you can play in the Kickstarter, or if you're a member of our Patreon. Yes, we're doing a Patreon also. And the Battle Interactive for the first year. And that's what the 24,000 pays for. That's where all the money for that goes. And then you go for year 2. Year 2 is where it gets really crazy. But year 2, if you can pull it off, would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 24,000 plus 8, 32,000, 38,000. Another 38,000 on top of that. So you do the math. If we get that one, we're going to have 28 adventures, probably 30, but 28 adventures minimum. 8 encounters, the one off she told you about. Another Legendary Tales, probably 3 of them. Year 2, completely paid for free. 4 more adventures for Kickstarters. Adding Mythic to it, and doing a Year 2 Battle Interactive. And that's like 60,000 right there. That's right there. That's what's going to cost if we were going to do the whole big blown out thing. Do I want people to spend? Of course I do. Do I want people to do stuff? Of course I do. I've seen people spend hundreds of dollars on Kickstarters on stuff that never came out. I don't want to do that. I want to make awesome stuff that we can have money in the bank, that we can pay this stuff off, and we don't have to worry about stuff. The first year will be done. It's like we've got all the people's names we want to do for the first year. Great. We want to do the first year stuff, be done. We got money for the second year. Yep, got money for the second year. People the second year stuff right now. Let's do it. Bam, go. And that's how we work it. We have an idea what we want to do. We just got to work it. And the rewards are pretty cool. There's some pretty awesome rewards here. I like the $50 one. Double Agent. You get to play 2 different factions. Whoever lets you play 2 different factions in a game? That's awesome. At 35, at 75, you also get a horse, and it's a cool ass horse. 100, you get you get land. You get actual land in the game. You actually have your own little home in the game where you want to place it. Wherever you want to place it in the UX, we'll let you place it there. That will be your home. You'll be located there. You might even get written into the books. They're pretty awesome. Then we're going to add on stuff you want to play other teams and stuff like that. I think, I think this is going to be awesome. And then, it goes further. You get to play stuff that you really can't play in the game. So here we are. That's all I can say, man. I know I keep hyping this up all the time. I keep talking about it. I'm very excited because I know it's a lot of work, but I want us to do a good job. I think, once again, I'm so thankful for Michael McCarthy and now Ben for signing on to helping. Someone else signed on to pitch us an idea. So I'm going to be talking about him probably in the next one. But that's all I'm going to say tonight. I've been on 30 minutes. That's enough time. Let me get the hell out of here. So everybody have a great Good Friday. If you're off at work like I am, awesome. If you're not, too bad. You got to go into work, but it's Friday, so maybe it's payday. It's the end of the week. It'll be good. I'm having a 3-day weekend. I'm probably going to see if I can swing down to Miami to do the combo convention down there. Maybe you can see Jamal Eigel, who's done our show before. I can see him live. Maybe we'll do something quick with a quick video. That's what I'm hoping. I'll be taking Lucas with me, so I can only guess it's going to be a whole, oh my God, just everything crazy. That boy. I love that boy, but that boy, he's my son and I love him, but I love that kid. All right, everybody. That's it. So you all have a good weekend. Do something nice and fun this weekend. Also have a good Easter too, of course. Of course, as always, if you're a YouTube fan, you subscribe here. If you're watching us on Facebook, subscribe here, either Facebook here or Lewisburg Dream Design. Either works. So thank you so much. Monday, be a new week. There might be some crazy controversy over this weekend, so I don't know what we're going to talk about, but probably going to be something organized play. So if you're getting bored of the organized play, let me tell you, we're only going to talk more about it. We're going to get more in the stories. We're going to keep pushing this thing. Like I told you, we got a big thing we're trying to do. Maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe I can sign some major name, like maybe Monty Cook will write something for us. Maybe we can pull that off. Get Monty to do 1 or 2 adventures. See how that people would like that. You never know. Things are crazy like that. Weirder things have happened. All right, I'm getting out of here. I will talk to you all later.